The Golden State Warriors know who they're going to play in the Western Conference Finals, and that is the Dallas Mavericks. Coming up on today's show, we will do a full series preview of the Western Conference Finals. But first, subscribe to the channel because we're putting out videos almost every single day here on Golden State Warriors Today. Plus, a little birdie told me we might get to do some Western Conference Finals live watch parties here on the channel where we have a scoreboard up, do play-by-play, answer all your questions. So if you want some live watch parties and more videos, go ahead and subscribe, youtube.com/WarriorsTV. You're watching Warriors Today by Chat Sports. I am Harrison Graham here to give you a full Western Conference Finals preview between the Golden State Warriors and the Dallas Mavericks. The Mavericks coming off that just blowout Game 7 victory against the Phoenix Suns. Golden State dispatching the Memphis Grizzlies in 6 games. So stage is set. Game 1 set for this Wednesday night as Golden State has home court advantage as the 3 seed, Dallas the 4 seed, Game 1 and 2 in San Francisco. 9 o'clock Eastern, 8 o'clock Central Time, 6 o'clock out west where most of you guys are. Golden State 5-point favorites to kick this thing off. The over-under set at 214.5 points. The Dubs look like a team that's ready to win another championship. I mean, let's be honest, right? Steph Curry playing at a high level, Draymond Green doing things on both ends. Klay Thompson, I think, in the playoffs has looked as good as he's looked since he's been back from the injury. They look great. The big three's still there. Jordan Poole's hooping. This is a team with championship pedigree, a championship coach, and Steve Kerr that should be ready to go coming off COVID. This is a team that's ready to win it all. This is not new territory for Golden State. It is new territory for Luka Doncic and the Mavs, but for Steph, Klay, Dre, Steve Kerr, even a guy like Andre Iguodala who's not playing, he's banged up, but these guys have been there. They've done that. This is not a new thing. They're not going to be intimidated by this situation. Now, could the Mavs come out a little tight, be a little timid? Maybe. It's a young team, a first-year head coach in Jason Kidd, and a team that has not been on this stage at this point in their careers, but they just dispatched Phoenix, so you obviously cannot take them lightly either. But experience matters, and the Warriors have a lot of experience and a lot of championship experience. So again, they're the favorite for a reason, and if you're a Warriors fan, you should feel pretty good about your chances of making another trip to the NBA Finals. Now, let's take a look at some numbers here. Steph Curry against the Memphis Grizzlies in the second round, 26 points. Now, didn't shoot the ball that well from 3, which kind of a weird year he had. Only 38% in the regular season, too, for him. Not a great number. I expect that to improve, but let's be honest. Steph Curry can go for 50 on any given night and can go 10 for 13 from 3 on any given night as well. I expect him to shoot better. When you have Steph, you're capable of beating anybody because as soon as you cross half court, your offense is in range to score, and that is still the case with Steph Curry leading the charge for the Golden State Warriors. So I'm not too worried about the inefficient-ish three-point shooting against Memphis, who, hey, they have some good defenders, so give some credit to them as well. A lot more to break down in this Western Conference Finals preview, but first, who you got in this series? Type DAL for the Mavericks, type GSW for the Golden State Warriors. Best of 7, who you got in this series? And if you want to go above and beyond, let us know how many games it's going to be as well. Now, today's show is powered by BetUS, the best sportsbook partner on the internet. If you want to make some money betting on or against the Golden State Warriors, do so with BetUS. Create an account today at chatsports.com/bet. Promo code is chat125. The Warriors are title favorites now, guys, at plus 125. What does that mean? You put down $10. If they win a title, you get $12.50 back on top of your initial bet. So the best value odds are honestly the Mavericks, all the way down there at plus 650. But Vegas seems to think Golden State's going to win this series and win the championship. Celtics at plus 200, Heat at plus 400, Mavs plus 650. Go bet on title odds. Go bet on individual games, both in this series and in the other series as well. Chatsports.com/bet. Promo code is chat125 to get a 125% deposit bonus. What I am very curious to see from both head coaches in this series is the rotations, of course the starting lineups, but really the rotations, small ball in particular from both teams. For Golden State, what do they call it? The new killer lineup, if you will, with Draymond Green playing the 5. We'll get to Dre in a second. But also for Dallas, they could counter with Dorian Finney-Smith at the 5, where they could go, 3-4 guards and a couple of forwards with Bullock and Finney-Smith. The Warriors obviously have been known to do that over the years, and I expect that to continue with Draymond playing the 5. And Draymond can kind of operate as that point center in that offense. I thought he played pretty well against Memphis. He doesn't force the issue shooting-wise, but almost 9 assists per game. Just 6 points. He doesn't score a ton anymore, but he is still a capable offensive player, and obviously we know what he brings to the table from a defensive standpoint. Don't be surprised if we do see a lot of these small ball matchups back and forth with Dorian Finney-Smith and Draymond Green playing small ball center. I mean, the lineup of Steph, Poole, Klay, Dre, and can't remember who I'm leaving out in that starting 5. But you guys know what the deal is. That small ball lineup, very effective, spacing the floor, getting up good shots, and it's been effective for the Mavs as well. I could really create some high-scoring affairs in this series, which will be very, very interesting. The Mavs, in terms of how Golden State should expect it to be defended, kind of look at what they did in the last series. Bullock and Finney-Smith, they're going to guard Steph and Klay for a lot of this thing. Obviously, Jordan Poole will get guarded by one of those two guys from time to time as well. But to start, these starting lineups, I expect Bullock to probably be on Steph at first, Finney-Smith on Klay. They might flip that from time to time. Versatile defenders in Dallas. They threw both those guys at CP3 and at Devin Booker. The Mavericks can switch on their defense as well, so keep that in mind. I think what that means is when Jordan Poole is in the game, one of those 3 guys is not going to be guarded by Finney-Smith or Bullock. And I would tend to think that Poole is going to be the one who's not being guarded by them. So he's the X factor. Is he matched up with Luka? Is he matched up with Brunson? Is he matched up with Dinwiddie? Whoever he is going up against, he's the guy that needs to deliver and score 20, 25 points in this series. Averaged about 18 against the Grizzlies in this past round. Like Steph, didn't shoot the ball great from 3, but made timely buckets. Had a couple of big 30-point games as well in this series. When they go to that 5, that small ball 5 lineup, and Jordan Poole's in the game with the other 2 guys, he's going to have to score because Bullock and Finney-Smith will have stretches where they're just not giving up buckets. That's how they've been playing in this playoff run. Who is the X factor for the Warriors against the Mavs? Is it Jordan Poole? I tend to think it is. Could Kevon Looney be an X factor as a rebounder down low? What do you have, 20 rebounds, 21 rebounds against the Grizzlies in that closeout game? Unsung heroes tend to step up in these type of series, and I think the Warriors have a couple of candidates on who that could be. So here we go. It's time to tip it up. A couple of days we will get underway as the Mavericks are in the Bay for games 1 and 2. Game 1 Wednesday night, 9 o'clock Eastern, 8 o'clock Central Time in San Francisco. Golden State a 5-point favorite with the over-under set at 214.5. Some keys to victory before we get out of here. Always want to start out fast. Dallas in the playoffs, the first two games they lost to Phoenix. They came out flat, started slow, and Phoenix never looked back. So if you're the Warriors, hit them in the mouth early, you can pull away from that team. Now, number 2, don't let other players beat you. So Luka Doncic, he's going to score. We know that. Don't let Dinwiddie go for 30 off the bench like he just did in a Game 7 closeout against Phoenix. Let Luka get his. Obviously, make it tough on him when you can, but you can't have other guys going for 25+, and then keep the pool party going. He's my X factor for Golden State to win this series. If he averages 20+, they probably win this series. If he struggles, it may tilt the other way in Dallas's favor. Some things to monitor in this matchup. All right, your key to the series down in the comments. I want to hear from you guys down below. What is your number 1 key to victory for the Warriors as they take on the Mavericks? And hey, subscribe. We'll probably do some watch parties this series.